Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here, headed on out with our first loads headed up to the coal mine. Did get that line laid in. So we will be headed out to check out that that's all going to work. First load of beams headed out there. Obviously beams and rails required to get the coal going. And we definitely need coal, so that is kind of the top of our priority. Already underway, and obviously got the load halfway out here, or out this far, so now it's time to get going. We have run out on at least this lead track that shares the way with the farm with the stock cars. Obviously a lot smaller load there, just 2 cars. So this is kind of going to be the first test of this with real weight on it, and we'll just have to see how everything runs. Good look at the rail there. Definitely ups and downs in here. It's going to pull on it some in places. Obviously much more than the stock cars. The Cook Mogul, obviously not one of the big monster locomotives or anything in the game by any means. So definitely going to get a little bit of a workout on this one, which that's good. It's really going to be about pulling the coal out of here. Alright, there's our caution and warning. Slow down. Not that it would appear that we're going to be having a speed demon thing going through here, but this is the one, you know, kind of slow it down curve on the run out here. Didn't need to turn around and have anybody popping stuff off the track there, so we did put a little bit of signage on the on both sides of this. A little bit of progress with this and that. You're gonna build some down here just for a visual. Alright, we'll let the back end of the train get through the curve there. And then we'll go ahead and hit it back up for speed. S-curve slow. Pretty self-explanatory. Should probably put some grade warnings on some of these things yet. Things like that. This came through nice sweeping turns. Cruising along. Probably don't need to go too fast here. A little bit of a scenic bend on the bench there, but nothing too stressful for the loco anyway, so not too worried about really, you know, derailing a lot in here. I know the return trip there with just the 2 stock cars, we're cruising along pretty good, didn't have any problems, but then, you know, it's 2 stock cars, and if you got to re-rail 2 stock cars, I don't mind. If I got to re-rail, you know, 8 loaded beam cars behind the loco, then that starts to become a little bit of a pain, right? So probably worth slowing down just a little bit until we have found all of our speed requirements, you know, for the run. Still obviously fresh rail. Only been on this twice. Though I do have to say it came out decent, no complaints. This area we can definitely pick up speed. And then we will have to actually, oop, that tree's gotta go. Here's one tree we missed. For sure. sharp turn to the bridge there, but nothing too crazy, so everything should be good. We'll set just a touch of brake here while we look ahead and flip the one switch that we'll have to flip for that. Good to go. Alright, and now we're chugging along. Just fine and dandy. Rail came out pretty good there, working its way up. Barely even see it in places, so that came out pretty good. This is a little bit of a sustained turn. Probably don't need too much speed down here. Be one of those low speed, just dump it because it's leaning. Alright, getting around there, fine. Let's back to the loco. Groovy. This right up on the shoreline. That actually kind of comes out cool looking. I like that. That's just about enough speed right there, that's for sure. Not everything's super high speed rail, but then, you know, Pine Valley is a little more twisty and turny and grady and up and down. Aurora Falls is definitely like the high speed, you know, you want to run extreme speeds. That's a little more Aurora Falls. Pine Valley is a little more chill, a little more mountainy. That's my kind of assessment on it. It's kind of nice that all your runs aren't super long all the time. These obviously some of the longer runs, but then, you know, custom maps, do it how you want, so there you go. Alright, coming in, probably don't need to go too crazy here. Derail at the bridge. This one a little tighter than the outside. Coming through the guard shacks. Alright, and then that's going to get us onto the new rail. So we will hit the power here. Not that we need to go actually flying around this first turn, but we will power up for the hill climb here. Make sure we still got enough wood, plenty of wood going on there. Alright, we're going to stall out. That's not our goal. Open it up. Hopefully this runs out nice and smooth. New rail, one never knows. We're fairly bankrupt, so if we blow up this locomotive or throw it down a gorge, we're in trouble. No, just kidding. Alright, so that worked out. Just kind of cut the corner there. Well, see, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. This could be the smoothest going up the mountain, and it could be the worst. Just don't know. Some of this is, it's, you know, a total mixture in the track laying circle mode and the auto track. It's not going to be a steady pull, that's for sure. Though I don't think we have to worry too much about speed. I think we can go faster than this. It's not that curvy or anything. Should be kind of up and downy with the ground here. Alright, here we go. Coming around this bend. Probably doesn't need to be blasting along. Just a sustained bend, not that it's sharp turn or anything here, just a sustained bend. So, you know, how much speed does the Cook Mogul like to carry? It likes to slap all around. I mean, you can see it, so it likes to slap on the rail some. So this is not exactly the high-speed cornering loco. Definitely gets the job done. Nice gentle climb up out of there. You never know when you're over pulling on the way up. Chill. That thing's waddling like a duck. It's not like anything there is sharp, but the thing's waddling like a duck coming around the corner. Holy wow. Alright. Here we go. Let's go. Chugging along. It's chugging along just fine. Again, obviously, we're unrealistic for the pull, so... Here we go with the horseshoe turn. So as long as it makes it up this, we should be alright. We always know this bend is like the pull, I guess. Came out alright. As far as looks on the edge, I think. Good thing we're not out of wood. This would be a bad place to run out of wood. Nice and easy around. I do like the stonework there on the edge of that. That came out decent. Around that bend, pretty happy with that. Made it around nice and gentle, can't complain. Did go with the DNR GW, I think it is, the bridge there. Whoa. So there. That way we have a rail. That's a pretty steep one to be walking across. Ooh. Don't go too crazy. This is obviously about the sharpest turn. This is almost as bad as the horseshoe, actually, right here. Just not quite, so. But came out fairly decent this time. A little bit of a lazy turn, even. Alright, map. We get that. There we go. That should get us the way we want to be. Lay off of here. We'll have to go after rails, I suppose, after this. Oh, I'm totally out of position to actually drop these. Drop quick. Did I get them? No. We'll see how many we can get. Oh, that's funny. Because they were trying to drop in the coal chute. They just kept flipping back and forth. That's funny. Alright, see how many of these we can get off on the roll. That was hilarious. So we are going to obviously miss 3 of them, but that was worth it because they were just bouncing off the coal chute. That was actually pretty hilarious in the background there. It was probably not intended to do that. Alright, let's see. Let's see if it's just going to conveniently roll out. Probably not. It has that feel like it's going to come up one short. See if we get the weight off a full roll. Probably not. Seems like the more weight you take off them nowadays, the less they roll. Not patient enough to let that roll out. Even if it's gonna. Alright, we need probably there. Should be good. Hopefully it's good. It's probably not good. not enough? Yeah, it was enough. Plenty. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, we got most of them up here. Yeah, I mean, we were only gonna get... I don't know. Whatever. Looks like we got 22 of them. So we only missed 2. That's not horrible. One of those got on there, and the other 2 were donated to bounce around. So I don't know. We could run this out of here. I suppose we're gonna have to go get more. Obviously, rails or beams. Beams we got plenty up here now, so we'll probably go after rails, and then we can actually get to coal, which would be good because we actually can feed some coal locomotives then. Alright, let's see how this is going to work, the turnaround here. I know we got pretty close to the edge, and I'm not exactly sure. You know, sometimes I actually like to dip over this edge with, like, bridge work and whatnot, and this one doesn't. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm digging that curve. It's coming out okay. But see, there the loco's rocking, so I don't know, but not much. Could alleviate it a little bit. There's kind of a cool look down at the meat industry. That's cool. Do have to say, I like to look down on the other industry. That's kind of neat. It'd be cool once you start getting in more decor and whatnot down there. Not sure about building up here. In the past, I've always turned around and put some kind of little camp up here or something. This time I'll lean more towards putting it down at the farm area with the waterfall and whatnot. Never really had a chance to do much down there. This we will just kind of, I think we'll just head down for the rails. If all goes to plan anyway. Let's take it nice and chill. Wow, is that... That would definitely be one of those rails where you'd be like, yeah, there's no point in really speeding along there, is there? Because that's a drop. Yo. Yeah, okay. That kind of came out cool, though. It definitely shows the drop. Not the place to derail the loco. Equipment will be lost. You go over to that one. There is the walkway. Probably do not need to be going super fast. Try not to dawdle too much, though it's a mountain run, so what are you gonna do? You gotta stay within the limits of the locomotives, you know? Again, the Mogul's doing it just fine. Especially for a Tier 4 locomotive carrying this far in, no problem. And I think it's got plenty. We could definitely add to this. I don't think it's definitely not maxed out by any means. I don't think. That was a lot of brake. At least you didn't totally crunch it up. Alright, we'll let that pull through there, and then this will be pretty chill, I think, from here. Anyway. Yeah, that's a drop. Oh. No go off the rail there. No, that's not a winner. Oh, this was a little bit sharp on the way up, I think. Probably could cut that corner a little bit. I don't think we need to be out that wide, and it might actually just smooth it out a little bit. Not have such a wiggle in there. crazy. This is the turn to wipe out on. Just for going too fast and being sustained in the turn. One of the outside frame locomotives might be a little better for this curvy run. Not sure. We'll have to see. Obviously, we're getting around to the point where we'll be picking up another locomotive now. Obviously, we're getting to where we could be running 3 trains in the layout. So, a need for a third. Try not to just throw. Last time, we threw money at every loco in the game, and this time, we're definitely trying not to do that. So, just kind of using... We were trying to keep it to a 4 shed, you know, the 4 stall shed getting full as far as locos at any given time. So if we have more than that, we're going to have to get rid of something. At least with this layout, it's kind of been the plan the whole time. It's going to have to keep it small and use the most out of what we have. Not leaving them lay all over the joint helps. Where usually I'm always, you know, sticking a loco on a stack and then never really comes off. Get a new stack and a new loco all the time. This one running the same loco has definitely been different. I have to say for Pine Valley, I definitely like it for the play style. It's nice having a little yard and coming out of the yard and doing your little stuff. It seems more authentic to what like probably your little almost neighborhood locomotive would have done. Small town, little narrow gauge setup, if you will. Probably wouldn't just leave locomotives laying around everywhere, though some probably did, but you know. Seems more like if you had a little small company, you probably didn't have 20 locomotives in a little area. But different styles of play make for a different style of game, that's for sure. This one's definitely suiting me for Pine Valley and something different. Interesting way to go. Alright, this we should be able to get down on. There we go. Thing. Get a lot more speed going here. There we go. A little more speed friendly. I think we're running this way. Of course, I guess that's probably because I've already run this way at speed with the 2 stock cars the one time. Probably why I think that. And then now the cars aren't loaded, so a little less worried about that, I guess, too. Still would not mind if we saw an option one day for a setting to dump loads, you know, instead of everything staying loaded. If you dump it, if you derail to lose the cargo, that would be kind of cool. At least pay a little bit of a penalty there for derailing. I know people have brought that up before. I do not think that would be a bad idea. Always as an option, obviously. Not everybody's going to want to play with that, but some people probably would enjoy that. Nice footings with the stonework there we got. Bridges came out nice. This layout really has been about laying in the bridges and then connecting the rail to the bridge instead of running the rail right up to where the bridge is going to go. So the bridges are kind of squared in much better on this layout than how I have done a lot of in the past. At least I think they came out a little better this time for the most part. rail bed just came out pretty clean here. We're getting kind of pushing on to the later part of the third day in the save file there, so we will be coming up on our third night soon. And we do have it on a 10-hour a day, so I mean that's going to be putting it up over 30 hours, I think, is what it'll be. Well, 20. We'll have been through 2 days, third night. No, because you're starting a day, so third day, third night. Yeah, like 30 hours or something. Obviously not rushing through this one as fast as humanly possible either. You definitely lay track faster and stuff. Been a little pickier about it, trying to keep things nice and clean with the new options and just see what kind of track we can get out of the new track laying stuff. I mean, it's really kind of the point in here, you know. Has been just to see what the new tools will provide and how things come out looking. Alright, there is our slow curve warning. Get on some brakes there. Probably way too much brakes there. That's fine. Give us a nice chance to chug through the corner. And while we're going chill, let's complicate this situation a little more by throwing some wood in the firebox before we run out. There we go. Alright. Pulling along, everything pulling decent here. As long as you don't go crazy, shouldn't run into too much of a problem in here. I don't think. We didn't really push any numbers crazy in there, just definitely not made for high speed, you know. Got major signage because I almost got caught out by it on that first run down here. Thought it fair to give a warning to others. Alright, that we will be flipping that away. And this, everything should be fine. Alright, you have a nice little downhill grade here for quite a ways. So you just have to watch the speed so we don't get too nuts. Much over 30, and Cook is somewhat prone to disaster. Not that it's a sure thing, but definitely a possibility, though this run here probably looks like we actually could let it get up to a fair amount of speed there. Little dip pushes right back up the other side without having to do much. And then we will have a nice, just straight fall away here, so make sure we still got all the cars. Seemed like we were taking off. I had to hit the brake there. It felt like, almost felt like the cars came off and we were just starting to take off. Alright, switch is good. We do not want to necessarily go super fast through here. I noticed with the stock car, some of this where we tried to let the auto track lay thing in here. I'm not sure that this is as smooth as it can be up here, so I'm not certain how fast we would want to take this left right here, because I noticed even just with the two cars that there was a pretty crazy like whoop in here somewhere. Yeah, right there. It's a roller coaster, Ben. Wow, is that with the angle and everything, how much it's tipped? Everything seems to be taking it okay though, so there you go. Just kind of kicks the terrain at a different, little bit of a different angle there. It's working. This stuff actually is really pretty gentle in here. It doesn't even take like a lot of brake to control it in here or anything else. just nowhere near this extreme on the angle or on the inclines as he used to lay it, you know. Product to lay in more train track, better tools, finding the paths, that's for sure. This one could be out a little bit wider probably and be a little gentler, so that might become a thing. This one we could take out just a little bit further, I think. Yeah, we definitely could be out here and then coming back to this curve somewhere on this edge. So that might be a thing. Trim that up a little bit. For running bigger, faster locos anyway. So I think we can probably climb back up out of this. So that'll be probably the plan. I think is just to climb back up out of this and head right back out. I don't see why it won't do it. I don't think we need to load it up fully with the rails anyway. If we get a couple of cars out there, it'll be a win. Get things going. Let us get some coal at least out of the meat packing plant, and then turn around and get some coal back to our yard. We can start running the, be able to start purchasing coal locos should we want to. That's all part of the goal there. This is one of our next big targets to move to. We have the ore cars are hooked up. That's kind of where we're at. Gonna make some money there for expanding the, either, I don't know if it's gonna be a loco or just rolling stock. Probably a loco. It's getting time for a new loco. So just kind of roll through the yard here. Alright, a little too much, babe. A little too soon. Really close, not quite. Actually, not really, because I'm lining up for raw anyway. And we don't want the raw iron. We want the rails. The run you don't run a lot. Alright, bam. So yeah, I'm going to hit this. Get these running. Turn around and probably try to run some loads out there, get that going. Obviously, that's the path we're going to be running on, but I think with that one, we're going to call it a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.